Hello, hello, and welcome back, you guys. Today I'm going to be making a New York style cheesecake. This is going to be another first recipe for me. I haven't tried this yet. I'm actually getting this recipe out of my Keto Sweet Treats book. I found an ad for this book on Facebook, and all I had to pay was shipping. The book was free. So if anybody's interested, then I will see if I can link this book in the description. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start off with the crust. And your ingredients you are going to need is 1.5 cups of almond flour, half a cup of melted butter, 3/4 teaspoons of cinnamon, 2 tablespoons of sweetener. Right here I have the Pure brand sweetener from Walmart, and this one is 1/8 teaspoon of Himalayan pink salt. You're also going to want a medium bowl and either a stand mixer, hand mixer, or use your whisk. I also have a 9-inch springform pan here lined with parchment paper, and I've just sprayed the bottom of my pan with some baking oil, that way that my parchment paper sticks. So to start off with your crust, all you're going to do is just add all of these ingredients. I'm going to do all of my dry ingredients first and make sure that I get all of those mixed together. I also have my oven preheating to 300 degrees. So I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, that smells divine. It smells like graham cracker crust with that cinnamon and that sugar. So yummy. And now I'm just going to go ahead and pour in my melted butter, but I'm going to be whisking while I do it. Just that way I can make sure I get everything well incorporated and I don't have to worry about too many clumps. I am so excited for this recipe. Cheesecake is honestly probably one of my favorite desserts, and I don't know why I've never tried a keto cheesecake before, but this is a first. I guess there's a first for everything, and I am hopeful for this recipe. Right, pour in the rest of my butter. I think I'm gonna go ahead and move to my rubber spatula here. It smells and looks so good. Okay, so now you're going to go ahead and take that crust and you are just going to line it into the bottom of your 9-inch pan. This looks like an amazing cheesecake crust. Like, this crust honestly looks so good. My favorite part on cheesecake is the crust, especially when it's like nice and gooey and chewy and moist. I just love it. So this can be a little finicky because you do have that parchment paper that does tend to move a little bit, but just work slow. You can even, you know, hold it down so you can push it along the edges. Make sure that you get your crust as even as possible. That way your cheesecake filling will actually bake through evenly too. You know something that is actually really easy to do? Oh, maybe not. We'll stick to this. All right, that looks so good, and it smells even better. All right, I'm just making sure that I can get this as even as possible. All right, and there you guys have the crust. So now you're going to bake this in the oven at 300 degrees for 10 minutes. So I will be back to show you guys what that looks like, and we'll start on our filling. Okay, so time for the filling. So in my stand mixer, I actually have 3 packages of cream cheese. I have 3 eggs, 4 tablespoons of the pure sweetener, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 2 cups of full fat sour cream. So this is actually super easy. You're just going to take all of these ingredients and add them in with your cream cheese in your stand or hand mixer bowl. Try not to make a mess like I do. 3 eggs. Just like that, guys. Okay. Okay, now that we have that cleaned up and out of the way, in my mixing bowl I have 3 packages of cream cheese, 2 cups of full fat sour cream. I'm going to add in my 3 eggs. I'm going to add in my vanilla extract and my sugar. And then you're just going to want to mix this up until it's well combined. Make sure that you scrape down the sides of the bowl a few times during. Okay guys, I'm back. So my crust has had enough time to cool down, and I do have all of my filling nicely smoothed and mixed. So all you're going to do now is take your filling, pour it into your crust, and then you're going to bake it in the oven. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, it smells so good. I say that in every video, but it just smells so good. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys what this looks like. So we have all that filling nicely in there. And now you're going to just put your cheesecake in the oven for 30 minutes. When you take it out, you're going to allow it to cool, and then you're going to want to refrigerate it for 6 hours. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the oven, and then I will be back once it's done cooking to show you guys what it looks like. So I'm actually going to do something that is not a part of the recipe. I'm going to make a strawberry sauce to go on top of this cheesecake. So let's go ahead and start with that. In this pan, I have a 1/4 cup of water. To it, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar. And I'm going to go ahead and cut up some strawberries here. Okay, you guys are going to want 1 cup of chopped strawberries, and then you're going to turn your burner on to medium heat. I have a rubber spatula that I'm going to use, that way it keeps my stuff from sticking to the sides. And you're just going to go ahead and add your strawberries into your sugar and water mixture. You're just going to let this boil down until it becomes nice and thick. So because this doesn't have a thickening agent with it, usually when you make regular sauces, you add cornstarch or corn syrup. But because neither of those are keto friendly, I'm going to go ahead and add 1/8 of a teaspoon of xanthan gum. And that is going to help with it to thicken up a little bit. And then afterwards, you'll have a really nice thick sauce to pour on top of your cheesecake. Guys, as you can see that this cheesecake has just come out of the oven. It's still a little jiggly, but this needs to cool completely before I refrigerate it for 6 hours. But look how lovely and gorgeous that looks. I am so excited to dig into this. I also have my strawberry sauce over here, completely done. It has thickened up pretty nicely. So once this is done refrigerating for 6 hours, I will come back and show you guys what it looks like. Hello! It's actually the next morning, but my cheesecake has been able to have enough time to chill in the fridge. You can see that the top of it cracked a little bit, but that's because I didn't let the air bubbles out well enough. But it still looks pretty good to me. So I'm gonna move you guys down, and we are going to remove this from our pan. I've never done this before. Ooh. Wow, it looks so good. Holy cow. Okay, I'm so excited to try this. So, I have me a plate. Grab a knife. We are going to oh, I don't know. So good. You guys can see though that my crust actually came off, and I think that's because that I have parchment paper underneath, but that's okay, I'll just scoop it out. So I would highly recommend not putting parchment paper underneath the springform pan. But I have some of my strawberry sauce that I made last night. I'm just going to put that right on top. Look how good that looks. Okay, so let's go ahead and give this a shot. Oh my gosh. That tastes just like that. Is so good. Now I'm gonna try the crust. Like I said, my crust stuck to the bottom because of the parchment paper, so I would highly recommend not doing that step of the recipe because it just sticks. But that crust is amazing though. It tastes just like graham cracker crust. Oh my gosh, it is so good. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you try out this recipe, please let me know in the comments down below. The full recipe will be in the description of this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!